Good afternoon and welcome to today's session. I am so happy you decided to join us. My organization has done hundreds of sessions just like this in the past few weeks, and I'm honored that you decided to stop by. Today's topic is making up for lost time. Making up for lost time. The purpose of our session is to establish the essential mindset and key protocols to restart school in our new reality. Now, when you think about making up for lost time, I don't want you to enter this journey with a panicked or stressed mindset. Oh no, the kids are behind. We have a 2021 state assessment. We're doomed. No, that's not the mindset I want you to take into this journey. Here's the key mindset I want you to have. Everybody take a deep breath. We are establishing our new norms for our new normal. Again, we are establishing our new norms for our new normal. We don't want to be panicked or stressed because if we feel that way, our kids will too. So, moving forward, anyone, and I stress anyone who tells you that they are an expert at restarting school after a worldwide pandemic that literally shut down the entire planet, that person is lying to you. Heck, I've been speaking to thousands of people from my dining room table. A dining room table. Seriously, there's a placemat and a fork 12 inches away. This is right here. And I could not see where we are coming 3 months ago. I got to tell you, it's impossible. But my point to you is that COVID-19 is new for all of us. But there are experts who can help you thrive after tragedy or major change. Heck, school districts have been dealing with that all the time. So today's information comes from peer-reviewed research in the area of resilience. And there are also 3 primary sources of information. The first primary source is my book. My book is called Standing in the Gap, a guide to using the same framework to create excellent schools. The second is a book called The Kids Left Behind. It's by Barr and Parent. If you haven't picked it up, you should. And the third is a little bit different. Let me explain. Our organization worked with some of the most outstanding educators in the country in Louisiana after Katrina. So our third key source of information for today is philosophically influenced by schools that thrived after Katrina. Now, I realize Katrina and COVID-19 are very, very different, but they're similar in some ways. Essentially, we've had a challenge that was so devastating, it impacted students, teachers, administrators, counselors, everybody, and we've had a massive separation from our norms. Well, today's session is going to help us get through that. So as we are thinking through how to start school, the first thing we need to think about is the welcome. The initial opening. Now, because of how our brain works, I love acronyms. So I want you to think SOFT, S-O-F-T, SOFT. Like mentally picture Jack and Jill rolling down a hill. What do you want for them? You want them to have a soft landing, S-O-F-T. So for SOFT, the acronym, the S means strategic. When we open up our schools, when we go back to hopefully a new normal, we have to be strategic. We've got to have a plan. There has to be something that guides what we do day to day. We have to be optimistic. Please, 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 whether you feel this way or not, at least act like you're glad to see the kids. For that matter, act like you're glad to see each other. I remember in 1994, I was an assistant principal at a large urban middle school. It was a blue ribbon school. And this specific year, we had a change in our master schedule, and we had to change what we did during advisory period by 3 minutes. And our teachers freaked out. That type of mindset will not survive in today's reality. We have to be optimistic because whatever we are, our kids will be also. The F in SOFT, S-O-F-T, stands for being focused. Whatever we do, we have to be focused, even if things are in chaos. I learned that while I was in the Army. when things get chaotic, it's important to be focused on whatever the plan is. Despite being distracted, we have to be focused. And the T in soft means you have to be tenacious. Now, when I say tenacious, I don't mean let's be mean, let's be rude. I mean, let's be strong, determined, and persistent. The resilience literature is really, really clear about the fact that to get through tragedies, we have to be determined and persistent. Now, moving forward, I realize that all of us have gone through our own personal challenges. I know I have in my personal life. I've got my favorite aunt who's in a nursing home, and we cannot visit her. We have to actually visit the building, and they roll her up to a door and we wave at her, but we can't really connect with her physically. One of my best friends, a person who saved my life, literally kept me from dying, went from the sniffles to death in 18 days. And I say all that to say that we have to make sure when we start school again, that our schools are emotionally safe and supportive for not just the kids, but for the staff. This is true whether we're in a traditional setting or a virtual setting. It's important that the social emotional needs of all of our stakeholders are taken care of. Now, these ideas I present to you cannot happen without all of us being on the same page. It can't happen unless we come together behind a common mission and vision. So I want to end this mini session with one idea that's actually in my dissertation, and it's a quote from Chuck Swindoll. It says that I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. I have every confidence that our schools, our staffs can get through this. I believe in you. I know we can do it, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for joining me today.